everyone, and welcome to Mystic Moonstone's weekly angel card reading. The duration is the 29th of September through to the 6th of October. Let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us. I'm using the Tony Salerno deck and Tony Command Salerno. Sorry, I'm missing out part of his name there, aren't I? And I'm also using my Sacred Earthworm deck. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards have in store. First card we have is Archangel Raguel and Conflict Resolution. Conflict resolution, as I always say, can either be external, as in relationships with people, things going on around you, or can be internal, you know, that conflict that rages on within us. Okay, so watch out and see where that comes in. Let's have a look and see what if the influence card gives us any more on that. Okay. Going beyond the normal. So when this card comes up, it's about just digging that little bit deeper, being open-minded, allowing yourself to be open to what's flowing in, and that may help with that conflict, whether it's internal or external. They're still not letting me know that, but, you know, and it may be different for each of you. So just watch out for the beginning of the week, but watch out where you can bring about that sense of peace, kind of going from troubled waters to still waters. And, you know, be open to new ideas that come flowing in. No, quite often our angels will nudge ideas our way. Okay, so let's have a look for midweek. Midweek, we have completion. Archangel Azrael. Now, Archangel Azrael is the angel of ending, so, and the card completion actually speaks of something coming to an end. But completion is also a really positive word, you know, when we complete on a house, when we complete on a project. Completion actually kind of makes you think of achievement, makes you think that you've reached something, that you've reached a goal. So it's not necessarily a negative card, that one, even though, you know, you say, well, it's Archangel Azrael. But you must also remember that this angel is the angel of counsellors, and quite often he comes in around us to counsel us. And maybe you've been going through a period where there's been this kind of conflict going on inside you. So midweek may be a time where you actually kind of get to that point where you're starting to kind of think that maybe you can heal things within you or heal things with others. And, you know, a situation draws to a close, and it's time to actually maybe accept that one chapter is closed, and it's time to move forward to the next chapter. Because that's always a good thing. When something ends, there's always room for beginnings. Okay. Now, let's have a look. And I think also midweek we have the new month coming in, don't we? So it's kind of, when you think about it, that kind of makes sense as well. Picking up the wrong deck there, but sorry, that thought just came flying in as I was picking up my cards and completely threw me. Doesn't take a lot to throw me. Okay. Oh, I have an interesting card here, the Sacred Fall. Okay, I always find this card really, really hard to give to someone because, like, when you give them the Sacred Fall, you know, and it's one of those cards that I never quite understand, if I'm going to be honest. But when it comes up in a reading, what I've found is it's somebody who maybe has all the right intentions, knows everything that they should know, but they're not actually following that for some reason. You know, maybe they've got some other reason that they just can't. Maybe they've got really good intuition, but they won't follow it. Quite often, you know, I speak to people who've got amazing intuition, and their intuition is saying go left, and for some reason their ego tells them to go right, and they follow the ego. You know, that's something I come across a lot, and quite often that card comes up when that is the case. It may be that there's been a situation around you where you've been quite literally played for as the fool. You know, maybe, you know, when you think about a fool, and this one's got like the jester on, you know, the jester's hat, and there's the puppet here. And, you know, quite often when you're being played for the fool, it's because you've given into your ego. It's because you've allowed others to pull your strings, quite literally, like the card is showing. And, you know, it's about, you know, if you look at the colours on here, you've got the greens, you've got the reds, okay, and then you've got this lovely kind of violety kind of colour at the back. So it's also about, you bring those colours in. The green is the heart chakra, following your heart. The red is the root chakra, getting yourself grounded again. And then you have the spiritual colour of the violet. So you bring all them in together, and it's almost like there's this sacred message coming in, that that's what you need to be following, that's what needs to be your focus. And you need to stop letting other people pull your strings and rub your ego. Okay, because quite often we are played for fools when, we may be in a job that really doesn't suit us, it's really thoroughly the wrong place to be, but we keep getting told what a good team member we are, or how they couldn't be without us. And so we buy into it, and that's being foolish, because we don't listen to our hearts and think maybe this is the wrong place for us. Same in relationships. A lot of people in relationships stay in relationships because they're being told things. Maybe they're being love bombed or something like that, and it keeps them where they shouldn't be. So sometimes you have to look and see how you feel and think, are others playing you for a fool? Is it time for you to stop being a fool, to stop running around trying to please others, and to actually cut those strings and become master of your own destiny? So, when you put that together with that completion card, I feel this is more about taking control of your life, about deciding that you're going to be the one pulling your own strings. Okay. That kind of flowed in then as I was talking to you, so sorry if I sounded like I was just going on, but I was kind of listening to what was coming in. Okay. That often happens with cards that I'm not 100% with, so they always give me a little bit of help. That's a nice thing, isn't it? Okay, we have a lovely card at the end. We have the card of prayer. It's Archangel Sandalphon. This is the end of the week. Makes sense, because for a lot of us, the end of the week is the time when we worship. We have Sundays and things and Saturdays and whatever. But it's also about Archangel Sandalphon being the angel who brings back your prayers answered. So you may find some good news coming, a prayer being answered end of the week. Maybe you're just at a stage where you're ready to send out those prayers because you know what you finally want, because you're not listening to what other people want you to do. You've cut those strings, and you're kind of in that mode where you're open to receive. Okay? So don't be afraid to ask for what you want on the weekend. Relax the hold of darkness and be at Coles. Okay? They're really testing me this week with these cards. But, again, relax the hold of darkness and be at Coles. And you look at that card and there's like the light flowing in. And I'm noticing both these cards are naked. Okay? Now, when we see a card that actually has an image of somebody naked, it's stripping away the layers. It's taking away the mask. It's being vulnerable. It's being authentic. It's being real. It's being who you truly are. Okay, and then to that you have this light of wisdom flowing in, divine intervention, divine timing, angelic assistance, whatever way you want to look at it, your loved ones coming around you, giving you that nudge, whatever it is, you are receiving. And when I'm looking at these cards, it all feels like the message is about being open to receive and not allowing the conflict around you to block you from that. So watch out for the weekend, watch out for those messages flowing in and giving you the nudge that maybe you've been waiting for some time. Okay, I will do a very recap on this rather complicated reading. We have Archangel Uragan, we have conflict resolution. Now I feel this is more internal, having seen the rest of the cards. For some of you it will be external, for some of you it will be sorting out relationships, but for the majority I feel this is about those battles that rage within. Okay, and it's going beyond the normal, it's about allowing, don't just stick with logic, don't just stick with what other people are saying, listen to your intuition, listen to that divine guidance. Archangel Azrael coming in as an angelic counsellor midweek, just helping you maybe to make sense of everything and to see that you completed something. You've got as far as you can with one thing, with one chapter. It's now time to turn that page and start that new chapter. Stop being the sacred fool You know, yes, people might value you. Yes, you might, you know, be in a situation where, you know, others would be lost without you. But what's right for you? Who's pulling your strings? Are you pulling your own strings, or are you letting others? And it's time to think about that. Are you following your heart? Are you putting yourself in a place where you feel grounded and secure? Are you listening to what's coming in spiritually? So all those things need to kind of come into the mix, you know, and you need to stop being the sacred fool, and you need to start being master of your own destiny. Okay, Archangel Sandalphon, the angel who brings back our prayers. So weekend, you may find some sort of answers coming in. You may feel that you've just shifted. Okay, and when we have that shift, that awakening, it helps us to be able to move things forward. And then you have relax, I can't even say this one, relax the hold of darkness and be at calls. Okay, just such a mouthful. But, you know, but when that comes in, I feel it's about, the darkness is fears, the darkness is self-doubts, the darkness is negative energy that we tend to wrap ourselves in. And it's about throwing that off, allowing yourself to be naked, vulnerable, but authentic and real, and allowing yourself to be at one with the divine, with positive energy around you. Allow the wisdom of the universe to flow through you, to connect with you, and enable you to find a way forward that's right for you without anybody else pulling your strings. Okay? Really feel this is an important message going through this reading this week. Okay? Feel like I've got to the end of that. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm probably not quite my bubbly self still. I'm still a little bit under the weather. But I'm getting there, and I think the meds aren't helping, but I am getting there. So hopefully next week I'll be back on full power again. Okay. Love to you all. Thank you for sticking with me. Bye.